Hey guys, and welcome back to Tom's Garage. You join me on a rather dreary, wet, miserable day here in Scotland. And this is the new Tesla Model Y Performance. Now, I am out here risking it in the cold and wet and miserable rain to show you this new updated performance version of the Model Y. As you know, the Model Y has been a bestseller globally, I think in 23 and 24. And for 25, the performance model uses the Model 3 performance tech, like the battery tech, but also implements it into the more practical body style of the Model Y. Now, up front, you are going to see we do have active aero, up front we do have aero into the aero curtains at the side there, this little bit down here on the diffuser. Front bumper design does look a little bit more aggressive than it was previously. The light bar carrying over from the Juniper. This makes it a big difference over the pre-facelift ones, which you can see pretty much in any car park. Kind of split headlight design there. I think it does look quite mean, lean and good. We've got the front camera down below, just where it says Tesla here on the regi plate. So up front we have a 116 litre frunk or fruit, which we can see here, just like the Model Y Juniper, lined with the plastic stuff, so you can maybe put this as a cool box, wet dog leads. You even have a little drain hole here, so that screws out and you can drain out whatever you have in there. So yeah, a nice little feature Tesla have put in like so, and you can also buy accessories to have this lined or whatever, but yeah, that's quite handy. Also got little struts here that explode to help with pedestrian safety, which is quite nice as well. It's quite a safe car, as well as being drag coefficient. Now, under the bonnet or trunk, we're going to have this little bit here is where you're going to put your water to fill up your windscreen wash. And there's not really insulation under here, but there is kind of this rubber lining bit, which is kind of surrounded, I guess, to seal in whatever's going to be in your boot. But slightly unusual design. I've not really seen that before underneath a kind of front boot lid, but we do have it on the Model Y Performance. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the car. Now, this one is finished in stealth grey because that is the free colour for 2025, and we do have 21-inch arachnid alloy wheels here. So as you can see here, this is the design you get, unique to the Performance. Red brake calipers, and I've been told the brakes for this car are unique to the Model Y Performance. They are not the same ones that are shared with the Model 3 Performance. And the rubber we're riding on are Pirelli P0s, and if I could see it, it's going to be 255 35 R21s. For anybody curious about the tyre size on this car. Now, we've got mud flaps on this one, just like the other Tesla Model Ys. We do have your cameras on the side there, and we've got black gloss plastic here on the side of the mirror cap there. You can see this little indentation there. Hard to see it being glossy black because it is miserable rain plastic. Now, work our way around to the rear of the car. This is where things look a little bit different to what we've seen previously. So we do have that warp drive looking emblem there, and then you've got the Tesla light bar down below that's going to illuminate across here, which I'll overlay in post. Now, we've got a little camera there, let me clean that off. Now, we've got the same slopey design. We do have a carbon fibre spoiler. Nice to see in this lovely rainy day, but it's quite large. I don't appreciate how much it protrudes out. Like that's almost all my fingers are covered up by the size of that carbon fibre spoiler. Charge flap, of course, on the side there. This rear diffuser down here. And we've got the same big generous boot that we have seen previously in the Model Y, which, of course, nice big squared off shape. We've got the 40-20-40 split seats there. So we do have 822 litres of boot space, 40-20-40 folding seats. We do have the capacity to fold them down electronically, which is a nice touch. Just like the other Model Ys, we do have plenty of storage solutions underneath the car. So we can lift that up, you've got all that storage there, and then you've got the storage here, so the whole floor is pretty usable underneath. I like the fact when cars give you a little bit of storage to hold the cover for your boot. That's under there, and you can see how deep that goes. You can put all your charging cables and other gubbins underneath. So yes, a very large practical boot, aiding to that 800 odd litres of boot space. And it's also nice that touch of a button, those rear seats can be folded back up into place. Electronic tailgate, let the tailgate close down itself. Quick look in the rear of the car, so the door handles on the Tesla, if you're unfamiliar, you push in and you kind of convert your hand to twist that open. Acoustic glass on the Model Ys now, as well as Model Y Performance. In the rear we do have this kind of carbon fibre effect trim, ambient lighting, suede material. This one's got the black interior, which is the standard colour. You can still get white if you want. Cup holders in the middle there, nice big panoramic roof, flat floor, which, if I put myself in, plenty of headroom, shoulder room. I'm 5'11", knee room is decent, little bits there for charging your phones or whatever it may be, USB-C. No map pockets behind the driver or passenger seat in this car, and you can see kind of silhouette of that sporty seat design. We do have felt or a kind of like soft lining inside the fuzzy stuff here for the cup holder, no, sorry, not cup holder, door card where your bottles of juice and that's going to be. And of course that's where your mechanical release is if you ever need it in emergency, but you do have your little electronic poppers for day-to-day use. Overall back here, pretty much the same as what you see in the Model Y Juniper. With your little screen here, you can play your games, change the airflow. You can even put your heated seats on back here, which are nice, free stage. So yeah, you've got the capability. And this button here, if you want, you can slide that seat forward for more rear legroom or annoy your mum or dad. You decide. Now we do have cameras up here. This is where you lock and unlock the car if you do not have the key fob, so we can literally go here. Mirrors are going to go in. Obviously if you've got your phone you can just go in and jump in. Just like the back, we do have double glazing acoustic glass up front. Nice materials all around, quite plush. Got the stitching, electric window switches, that's your mechanical door release here, as well as your electronic popper. Suede material inserts, carbon fibre, nice sound, and then ambient lighting when the car's on. We do have aluminium pedals in this car, which is unique to the Performance as well. And it says Model Y here. Electronic seats. So unique to the Model Y Performance are these seats with the kind of warp drive Performance logo here. I think it just reminds me of like a starship going into warp drive, but that is the Performance logo, and they're unique to the Model 3 Performance and Model Y Performance. And this is the Model Y Performance seats, just so you can have a look at. Quite heavily bolstered. Do like the kind of aesthetic of them. Again, you can get that in white or black that we have today. This car is stealth grey with the black interior. I would probably go for a slightly different exterior colour. I quite like the red with the white, but that's just me. Now the top of the dash has got a slightly different material as well. It's kind of like a full carbon fibre effect. Not sure if that is real carbon, but I think it's just carbon effect. Dash goes same as the material before, nice and yeah, premium feeling. We do have stitching going across the dash. Now the piece of resistance is this new screen. This is a larger screen than what we've seen previously. It is a QHD 16-inch touchscreen. Got better graphics. I believe it's got 80% more pixels than the regular Model Y, so it is a little bit sharper, and hopefully that is translating to on the screen in this car. Just like the other Tesla cars, everything's controlled through the screen. There's no heads-up display, there's no little display unit here. We do have the indicator stock, which is welcomed, which as you can see it brings up the side view cameras there for your blind spot. Mentioning blind spot, we do have little blind spot indicators in there like the Juniper. This car comes in like one trim level, so you really only have to choose your colour of exterior, interior, your pack if you want like autonomous driving levels. There's various packs for that. And then accessories, so that as the car comes, the heated ventilated seats, acoustic glass, the ambient lighting, all that good stuff comes standard in this vehicle. I won't touch on everything because this is, you can watch one of my other Tesla videos for an in-depth tour, and other people have done it better than me. But climate controls there, you can change your fan speeds, leave your heated seats in. So for your seats you can put them to heated or cool, or you can leave it in auto, let the car work it out. Same for the heated steering wheel, and you can change your airflow, but I've just left it in auto today. Let's let the car work it out. You can even control the rear as well if you require. You can play all the little gadgets like the light show. Tron's quite new for this currently. All the lighting's going red, and then we can see it's bringing up the Tron bike with a little driver there. Allows you to open and close the bonnet. I don't want to get a copyright there, but you can open and close your bonnet, your boot, charge flaps, you can lock the car as well, but you do get the graphic of this Tron bike, which is quite novel to say the least. Now down here is where your charging pads are going to be. I like the fact you can just place your phone there and it just sort itself out. And then down here is a really large storage solution for keeping your cake nice and away from prying eyes. It is lined with the fuzzy stuff, which is a nice premium touch. Means things aren't going to rattle around and make a noise, but it goes so deep and it's so far down. Pretty impressive. We do have 2 cup holders here, but you can hide them away if you do not want to see them. And then we've got a little bit of storage under here, lined with the fuzzy stuff as well, if you want to use that. And then we've got a USB-C port inside there if you want. Now, it's worth mentioning, go into the screen, open the glove box. We do have a USB-A port with a USB stick in there. That is to record your dash cam footage. So if you don't have a USB stick in there, it's worth shoving one in. It's a USB-A style. However, that is, when you use the cameras around the car to continuously record, so if you need it, it's built in. So a built-in dash cam in the Tesla. How clever is that? Lined with the fuzzy stuff. It is quite short and narrow. Like, it's not that deep. You can hardly get, like, what, 5 fingers in there? Maybe a fist? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not that deep. But yeah, at least we've got one, and it's lined with fuzzy stuff. Soft and damp. It is controlled through the screen. The same as the mirrors in other pieces, like the steering column, are all controlled through the buttons here on the steering wheel, so we can scroll them up and down at the steering column. So we've got reach and rake, but you have to do it through the screen. So yeah, we've got that capability there. So there's a lot you can do through the car, but this particular one, being the sports performance model, we do have a standard, insane and chill modes. So you can keep it in standard, or insane is going to be the sporty setup. This deceleration is like you're close to your one pedal driving. Then you've got your ride and handling, you can put that into sport. Traction control, you can put the steering weight, feel. Auto shift, you can put that into beta or on, so it works out what's going on. If you put your foot in the brake, if you're against a wall or something, it's going to test that out. That is only in beta at the moment, but it's fun to have. All your autopilot pieces are in here. So this does have one of the autonomous driving packages added to it, so it's a little bit higher than the standard level you get. So you do get things like the thing that helps park itself, which is quite cool. You just push a start button and it kind of spins the wheel round and parks you into a bay. I tried it out, it's quite impressive. First time trying that on a Tesla, so yeah, that's quite good. But yes, the Tesla Model Y performance is just an enhancement over the standard Model Y, which I rather enjoyed when I had that over summer. So without further ado, let's get out on the road for a test drive. Alright, you join me behind the wheel of the Model Y. Now let's give this tap key card. We're all in the car. This is going smoother than we thought. Let's give this a little go. There we go. There's that beta auto park going. Now we do have the Tron bike popping up on the centre there. Wasn't expecting to see that. That's quite a novel thing. It reminds me of when you had the Santa sleigh on the car cabin. We've got that there. Now, fit the brake. Let's get ourselves going. Is it playing Tron music? Oh, but that's very unusual. We've got the Tron bike going down on the centre screen there. It's a fun little gimmick, isn't it? Now, this car is going to be for somebody that either loves Tesla, wants the ultimate Tesla in the UK, or wants just that little bit extra performance in their life. So this car uses an 82 kilowatt hour battery. It does have dual motors, all-wheel drive, 460 horsepower, 741 newton meters of torque. 0 to 60 in insane mode is 3.3 seconds, so it's a rapid car to take your family to school, to the shops in. Top speed 155 miles per hour, which is quite impressive because most electric cars I get in seem to cap around 99 miles per hour. Now, this car does claim 360 miles of range in best conditions. Obviously, if you're flooring it all the time, you're not going to be achieving that. The ride in this car, I have set it up for this test drive in the sporty setting with the sharp handling turned on, because I just want to have the ultimate sporty feel for the performance model. You can dull it down if you just want to do the EV A to B kind of drive. There's no artificial noise pumped into the cabin in terms of like a fake engine noise. You do have that Tron bike, just because I've turned that on for a bit of novelty at the moment, occasionally making a little bit of a beep and a bong, but out with that. Everything's smooth and quiet that you'd expect from an electric car. And I think this is the duality of this vehicle, is you can use it as your family SUV, which is electric, so it's smooth and quiet, or you can put the foot down and enjoy little bits of bursts of acceleration. Maybe you want a little bit more performance. Maybe you want to get out of something like a BMW X3M and you want to try something like this. Now that Tron thing might get annoying when I'm doing this for a video, but I'm enjoying the graphic of the Tron bike. So now, like any Tesla, everything's through the screen. The new screen is sharper, which I can say it looks a little bit sharper, but it has been about 3 or 4 months since I was last in the previous Model Y, so I didn't think that was bad. But this is 80% more pixels, it's larger. I don't know if because I've been told it's larger, it feels larger, but I think it's like under an inch larger in terms of the size growth, but I guess every millimetre is counting these days. The screen in the rear is going to be handy because people can do Bluetooth their headsets to it so they can listen to music or Netflix or play games or something. Even if you've got kids, and they can be doing their own thing back there. I remember the Juniper being very popular with my neighbour, and his kids seemed to love the rear screen. That was all they were fixated on, something to touch and play with back there. Space is fantastic. I think the Model Y has always been great for using every nook and cranny in terms of cabin space, boot space, front boot space. It's huge, it's cavernous, and obviously I guess that's why it's sold so well as well. And the material quality feels decent. I do like some of the touches. I like the carbon fibre trim on it and these seats as well. Yeah, they're hugging enough. I can feel a little bit of the bolstering in the side there, and I do quite like the little look of that kind of What Drive Performance emblem on top of the seats there. It's also worth mentioning this car is around 2,033 kilograms curb weight, 2,532 kilograms gross weight. So Tesla have done a good job keeping the weight off this vehicle, because it's about 200 kilos, I would say, less than some of its competitors. That, coupled with the efficiency and the drag coefficient, I guess helps with everyday efficiency of the vehicle. Oh, we've got a little bit going on here. Such fun, as they say. Now, pricing for the Model Y Performance starts just around £61,990 here in the UK. As I mentioned earlier in the video, you really have to choose your colour of the exterior, the interior, and then if you want any autonomous driving packs or accessories. All the other gadgets, the good sound system and all that are built in as standard, so you do get quite a lot for your money at £61,990. Now, the turn-in weight does feel nice. I said unfortunately it's been a really wet day today, so I haven't had the opportunity to go insane mode on it, but the acceleration, like, it's very fast for streets. Like, you're going from 14 miles per hour to 30 miles per hour at a touch of an accelerator. It's like a second and you're already doing 30, so it's definitely more than enough fast for everybody. But yes, I don't want to ramble on too much, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Special thanks to Tesla UK for loaning me this Model Y Performance for today's video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to Tom's Garage channel below, comment your thoughts on the Model Y Performance, and don't forget to check me out on other social media platforms. I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao.